You're listening to the Hardcore Underground Show with Fracus and Darwin.
Hello, this is the Hardcore Underground podcast. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Episode 11. We've got loads of new music, loads of things to talk about this month. But first of all, Nick, how are you, mate? You well?
I'm alright, actually, apart from a horrible train journey.
So it's a standard podcast day procedure then. Anyway, you're here now, so let's kick things off. Brand new Fracus and Darwin with Poison Rain. This is No Matter What. Don't forget you can subscribe to the Hardcore Underground podcast on iTunes. You can pick us up on RSS feed, or you can download directly from our SoundCloud page at soundcloud.com/Hardcore Underground. Stay locked. So we've got some shout-outs to get through. Shout out to Wilkie, going out to Christina and their little raver baby. That's their little first child, I think. Congratulations. Due in June. I can need to trip me up there. Also going out to Brady, Scott, Patrick and all the Scotland crew. Going out to Garrett, Reed, Brian over there in the States. All the ravers in Illinois and Ohio. Shouts to you.
Searching for what you believe, no matter what they say, no matter what they say. Searching for what you believe, no matter what they say, no matter what they say. This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
So it's brand new from ourselves, then, Nicola.
Brand new, and it's really good, isn't it? It went down really well the other day at Claw
Blimey. Do you know what? They should do that for Halloween next year.
You're listening to the Hardcore Underground podcast with Fracus and Darwin.
Fracus and Darwin featuring Poison Rain, No Matter What.
It's an exclusive as well, isn't it?
It is.
For the podcast. Well, it was on the little mini mix thing. If you do follow us on SoundCloud, we put up a little mini mix.
And if you heard us recently playing out.
Yeah. But that's what it's called anyway. Fracus and Darwin featuring Poison Rain, No Matter What. Forthcoming HU and possibly on our next artist album as well. Also a few more shouts then. So Mary Devlin and MD and DK, shouts going out to you. Also going out to Angel Kenai and everyone in the Bay Area in the States. We're out there actually in July.
We are, looking forward to that. And June,
yes. We've got quite a few US tour dates coming up, so if you are interested in coming to see us play at some point, we will be posting them up on our Facebook fan page over the next couple of weeks.
If I had another chance tonight, I'd try to tell you that the things we had were right. If I had another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right.
You are now in tune to Fracus and Darwin.
Another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right. If I had another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right.
In the background now, DBL, brand new. This is Another Chance. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
He sends all sorts of bits and pieces.
He pops up now and again, doesn't he?
Yeah,
And does
yeah.
some bits.
Really good, brand new. This will be available as a freebie at some point, in some way, shape or form. You know how we roll with our EPs and things. hardcoreunderground.co.uk.
Aren't we good to you?
If I had another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right. If I had another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right. If I had another chance tonight.
You're listening to the Hardcore Underground podcast with Fracus and Darwin.
If I had another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right. If I had another chance tonight, I try to tell you that the things we had were right.
So, it's been a busy start to the year.
It's been really busy.
And one of the albums that we've got coming up, loads of things happening over the next couple of months to talk about, but one of them is MC Obi's artist album celebrating 10 years in the game. X. I think it's got 10 brand new tracks, it's got 10 MCs on the mix and stuff. Anyway, this is taken from it, track you did with him years ago, Future Shock, and it's Gammer on the remix.
And direct. This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
We've tried so many times to say that we debuted this at Core Blimey. Core. And we kept saying Claw. It's not even funny if you... No, it's just not funny. But yes, shout out to everybody that was up there. That was Paul Manx and Boise and all the crew that put that event on. Really good night as well.
Yeah, it was a really good night actually. It's one of the best.
So out to all the crew ravers. Shouts to you.
Fracus and Darwin.
That's Darwin and Obi, well, me and Obi, and Future Shock, the Gamma remix.
Out soon on Obi's album X, which is almost finished, I think.
Is the Hardcore Underground Show.
More brand new music for you now. This is straight out of the TWR camp, and this is a brand new track from Recon, track entitled Raw Power, which I think is out in the next couple of weeks.
Raw power.
Listening to the Hardcore Underground Show with Fracus and Darwin.
Recon Raw Power out soon on TWR. And one of the other projects we've got coming up, we've got a Chris Unknown artist album.
Chris Unknown. Unnamed as yet.
Yeah, it is actually an unknown title at the moment as well. We're going to play a little teaser from it though. This is brand new from Chris Unknown, Recon and Club Filler. This is a track entitled Taking Me Back, forthcoming Chris Unknown artist album. Check it out.
Live and direct. This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Lift me up into the air. Let me know just what you want. Every time you stop and stare, it feels like I'm doing something wrong. And it's taking me back into the time you didn't care. It's taking me back into the time you weren't there. And it's taking me back now, it's taking me back now, it's taking me back. And it's taking me back now, it's taking me back now, it's taking me back.
This is the Hardcore Underground podcast. You're in tune with Fracus and Darwin. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, head over to iTunes and click subscribe. That way you never miss the show. It gets downloaded to your phone or your device automatically every time we upload a new thing. We're trying to be monthly, aren't we?
It is monthly at the moment. There's going to be the odd time.
And it's taking me back into the time you didn't care. It's taking me back into the time you weren't there. And it's taking me back now, it's taking me back now, it's taking me back. And it's taking me back now, it's taking me back now, it's taking me back.
This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Lift me up into the air. Let me know just what you want. Every time you stop and stare, it feels like I'm doing something wrong. And it's taking me back into the time you didn't care. It's taking me back into the time you weren't there. And it's taking me back now, it's taking me back now, it's taking me back. And it's taking me back now, it's taking me back now, it's taking me back.
Chris Unknown, Club Filler and Recon, Taking Me Back, taken from the as yet untitled Chris Unknown artist album, which we will have available in the store very, very soon. Watch this space.
And isn't he a guest with us?
Yes, Chris is going to be joining us next month for a little bit of a chat about the album, and also we'll have a guest mix as well, which will showcase a little bit more material. So that's next month on the HU podcast.
Incoming new music from Aussie producer JTS, and this is a track entitled DDT, out on Evolution Records.
Few more shouts to get through. Shout out to Tony O and Carly, all the Heart of Gold ravers over there in Toronto. Shout out to you guys. Also going out to Greg Pollitt with his unopened copy of HU1.
God,
He's never listened to it.
he must have a spare
He
copy.
must do. Also got to say massive congratulations to Wojtek and Maggie on the birth of their baby. Hope you guys are well. They're behind the scenes team for HU, but they do an awful lot for us, so massively happy for you guys. Also going out to Shani Rockwell, says a little girl Crystal is a massive HU fan. Shout out to all the next generation of ravers out there. Also going out to Gavin and Charlotte Tong. Hope you guys are well. Hopefully we'll see you in Birmingham tonight. This is the HU podcast. You are in tune with Fracus and Darwin, and it's episode 11. Stay tuned. JTS DDT out now on Evolution Records. You can go and pick that up from all the usual places, Beatport, track it down, iTunes, etc.
tune to Fracus and Darwin.
Forthcoming on Future World, this is Jekyll with a track called Get Crazy.
Is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Get crazy, 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 get crazy,
One for the techie crew, that's brand new from Jekyll and its track entitled Get Crazy, out soon, if not already, on Future World. Go and look for that on all the usual stores. For those of you not on our mailing list, we should probably just quickly mention that we've announced the lineup for our Hardcore Underground 7 album, which is due out at the end of April or the start of May, depending on how quickly we can get it finished. 3 CDs mixed by ourselves, Fracus and Darwin, and also Scott Brown and Chris Fear and Al Storm and Shimamura. If you head over to our Hardcore Underground Facebook fan page, you can also check out the front cover art as well.
You are now in tune to Fracus and Darwin.
I walked in angry, I felt the pain. Tried to walk the distance to cause the strain. I didn't know right from wrong, but I trusted my faith to keep it strong. I thought I'd never make it through, but I did with you. Through the darkness, in the cold, a moment where it's all together, a moment of hope to hold.
You're listening to Ollie P, and this is a track entitled A New Moon.
New release details. I don't know why I started saying it like that. No release details for it just yet. It's just literally come through as a wow.
Yeah,
so,
but we like it.
We like it. So Ollie P, definitely one of the new artists to watch as far as we're concerned at the moment. This is the HU podcast.
faith to keep it strong. I thought I'd never make it through, but I did with you. Through the darkness, in the cold, a moment where it's all together, a moment of hope to hold. Can you see the new moon is rising on up with the promise of a new day, the prospects of a good start? Can you see the full moon is rising on us? We'll do it, we'll take the freedom, take these chains apart.
Listening to the Hardcore Underground Show with Fracus and Darwin.
Ollie P, A New Moon, and we're going to continue supporting new talent and new music.
Another youngster from the US.
This is AOS, track entitled Therapeutical Melodies, which could be a real word, I'm not sure.
But it's a nice track.
It's a nice track and it sounds good. So yeah, we thought we'd give this a little bit of a debut on the show. AOS, Therapeutical Melodies on the Hardcore Underground podcast, a brand new artist.
You are now in tune to Fracus and Darwin.
Loads more shout-outs to get through, so shout out to Alex in Florida, going out to Adam Armstrong, also DJ Taylor Nater with the GTYM crew over there in Leicester, going out to Joe Alexander and Sabrina Bazan down there in South America, wow, also Michael Bainham and skydivers at the Hinton Skydiving Centre, going out to Dave and Charlie in Norwich. Also goes out to Will Bradshaw, going out to Creed and Mrs. Creed. He specifically asked that we refer to you as that. Also going out to Nick Larmatron, Kiki, Pash, Caris, Allen and Leighton, all off to the Tidy Weekender this weekend. Going out to Reevesy and all the Bad Press crew, and a big shout to Sam Bollen and his construction company down there in Hastings. Hope you're all well, mate. We'll catch up with you soon. This is the HG Podcast with Fracus and Darwin. Stay locked. AOS to support the new breed. That's AOS, track entitled Therapeutical Melodies. Bit of a first play for us. Not somebody we've played on the show before.
No, this is the first time we've actually played this live.
I think it's only about 18, 19, something like that. So hopefully there'll be more to come. If you have got music to send us, don't forget you can always get in touch, or you've got any questions or anything, it's podcast@hardcoreunderground.co.uk.
Another album project we've got coming up is HU Breaks Volume 2.
Indeed we have, and one of the people who will definitely be involved is Chris Ross. This is brand new from him and Subajar, Conquer the World.
You are now in tune to Fracus and Darwin.
Subaja come fi tell them. We conquer the world with true love. And about fi know. Ratcha now. Look there. Conquer the world with notes and melodies and libertatically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skills that make you move your body. Conquer the world with notes and melodies and libertatically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skills that make you move your body. Spread internationally, fulfill our mission daily. We give out with love unconditionally. In the head, all feel the lyric till I get in the arena. Lyrics is criminal. I hear a rumble in the tribune. Originally notes and to my ancestors of tribute. Rising higher when the pennies are cute. Reborn from ashes when two words are clashing. I'm watching the wicked try your things and the back on crutches. Tell them the right to live is not the power to purchase. My paper is the surface on which I strike my matches. I man the chase cause we conquer the world with notes and melodies. Deliver vertically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skill that make you move your body.
So rather than preach into the converted, we'll just assume that there are some people who might never have heard this show before. If you do want to stay in touch with us, or you want to follow what the label's up to, it's hardcoreunderground.co.uk. That's our label website and also our store. We've also got Twitter, it's @HULTD official, and Facebook's the same handle /HULTD official if you want to get in touch with us.
Try to oppose, but it's a taking over. Flying above lava, spitting pure lava. The top of Casanova, or Rastafari, musical and rubber, real life lover. Never ever you need that works on the cover. Believe in a new step with the most high covered. My life collector and not a novel. And you what stops when the shock is over. Conquer the world with notes and melodies. Deliver vertically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skill that make you move your body. Conquer the world with notes and melodies. Deliver vertically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skills that make you move your body. Behind the beat about the field, we come to attack and that's what you feel. Some feelings seem so unreal. The power of music is the power to give. Some goals to achieve and the mission to fulfill. We gain ground like a prophecy is revealing. Traverses and rhymes like missiles. Living traces lasting ages like fossils. Ancient warriors like the Maasai. Top rank soldier, Rasta samurai. Looking for the light, they wonder who's the Messiah. We conquer the world with notes and melodies. Deliver vertically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skills that make you move your body. Conquer the world with notes and melodies. Deliver vertically we strike and we preserve the essence, the harmony with the skills that make you move your body. Deep inside, the power of music rise. Feel it, feel it, feel it live.
Some reggae, ragged influence, breakbeat hardcore there, brand new from Chris Ross and Subajar. That's Conquer the World, forthcoming on HU Breaks. And into the last one from us this month already. This is a brand new track from Obi and Joey Riot, which is also going to be featured on Obi's artist album X, which we'll have on the store very soon.
You're listening to the Hardcore Underground Show with Fracus and Darwin.
You live in a world where you believe what you see. You trust what you know. And I did too, when I was alive. But I see different things now, in the dark, on the other side, through a passage that you'll make too one day. If the other stories are strange to you, and you feel a chill at the edge of understanding, then you're lucky. Because we haven't told you the worst. Believe or don't, it makes no difference to us. We know what we are and where we are. And sooner or later, so will you. In the dark. In the dark. In the dark.
So we'll see some people in Birmingham tonight.
We will.
Operation Hardcore Style. We're also at DNA Hardcore in
Leicester.
next weekend. That's it. Look at this teamwork, you see. We're doing bouncing off each other. It's good.
We've got to know where things are at.
Exactly. We've also got HDRD in Bristol on April the 4th as well. Make sure you get yourself down there for that. That's their first hardcore show, HDRD Concept.
And then it's off to Rebuild the week after.
It's off to Rebuild in London on the 10th, more of which we'll hear in the interview that we're going to come up with shortly.
In the dark.
And also, as I said earlier, if you're interested in seeing us play in the States this summer, we're on tour there in June and July. So if you like our Facebook fan page, you will be able to get those dates, which we'll be announcing very, very soon.
In the dark.
So as we said slightly earlier today, before Nick could get here, I had a little catch up with Gammer and Thumpa to talk about the event. This is Rebuild Music in London on April the 10th, so that interview's coming up for you very shortly.
Listening to the Hardcore Underground Show with Fracus and Darwin.
Right, we're now joined with our guests this month, DJ Thumpa of Rebuild Music and Gamma. How you doing, chaps?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me. You alright, Gaz? Alright, Matt?
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Right. Obviously known you both for a very long time, lots to talk about, but we're here mainly today to talk about your event, Ollie. This is Rebuild Music in London next month. So do you want to start by telling us about that?
Okay, Friday the 10th of April. This is Rebuild Music at Union in Vauxhall, London. We've got a massive lineup of artists and people who were helped with the label and people who've supported the label. You've got Gamma playing an exclusive freeform set, his only one of this year and his only London set. You've got JD Kid coming over from Spain, Mark Smith 96 to 2000 set, CLSM, myself and Moz playing Helter Skelter anthems. You've got Fracus and Darwin Hardcore Underground Showcase, AB History of Stamina Records, Greg Peaks and Pinnacle and Andy Freestyle. The reason I brought Gamma with me today is he's always been on the label, he's been a good mate for a few years, and I wanted to get him down to play an exclusive kind of ravey freeform set.
Cool, so there's plenty of names people will recognise, obviously, but there's some new talent on there as well. So for people who might not know about his music, do you want to explain who JD Kid is and why you've chosen to bring him over from Spain?
Okay, JD Kid is someone who's been on my label since 2010. He sent me tunes in about 2009 and got on the label, and he's been on every album since. He's got that euphoric Ibiza-style freeform sound, and I think it'd really work at the event. I wanted to be the first person to book him, but I Love Heartbeat's got got in there first, but his style will go down really well in London, and hopefully everyone will enjoy it.
Cool. So Matt, it's a bit of a different set for you to what you normally do week in, week out.
Yeah.
People will be looking forward, I guess, to hearing you play freeform-ish for a change.
I mean, it's not really freeform-ish. It's going to be freeform. I used to write and sort of play a lot of it years ago, and I was always very, very selective with what I like. So there's only very, a sparse amount of tunes I'd ever really loved. So, by freeform favourites, it could be anything up to some of the modern stuff. I'll definitely be playing some of my newer productions. But we're going right back to stuff like, techno rocker, Get More Fucked and Get Rockin', London Helsinki Underground, the affected stuff, some of my older stuff like Pound It Loud, Rip It Up. It's just going to be, it's not going to be a set type of freeform. It's just going to be kind of across the board of all the stuff I love. So, I'm definitely hoping to bring a sort of a party sort of atmosphere to the room.
So Ollie, the event's obviously themed around the artists that have sort of contributed to the label over the years, but although it's your first event, the label's been going for about 5 years, and it hasn't always just been about freeform, has it?
No, when I started the label in 2009, I always wanted it to be across the board, from cheesy stuff to breaks to freeform to big kick drum stuff and gabba, etc. It eventually morphed into a freeform label when it went from digital stuff to CD albums. Yeah. Any album can have any kind of style on it, really. Even the freeform albums have always got slower stuff, fast stuff, gabba, ambient stuff even, so it just depends on the release.
So just nice and varied, like record labels should be. It does seem though like the freeform stuff at the moment is going through a little bit of a resurgence. I mean, like Matt said, we used to do a lot of it a few years ago as well. Both Nick and I used to write more of it, and it kind of tailed off a little bit. But in the last few years, you've had people like Douglas and AB and stuff come through and kind of give the sound a bit of a new twist. Is that why you've chosen to take it a little bit more in the freeform direction, or why have you chosen to do that now?
I've always been into freeform or trancecore, as it was when I got into it. I've got Ollie G to thank me for getting into Finnish hardcore, into the Finergy stuff in 2002 when he started Camel Records. The label just naturally went down the freeform route. It just naturally happened like that. I went from releasing cheesy stuff to more freeformy kind of stuff on the CDs. I've pigeonholed myself as a freeform label, but that's totally fine with me. I'm glad to fly the banner for freeform music. Every album has always got light and dark on it, so there's always a few different styles, so it's not strictly freeform.
And what do you say? I'm only going to ask the questions that people will sort of ask us to have asked you. What do you say to the people that think that hardcore and freeform should be kind of separate things, and the people, purists if you like, people like to call them, that think freeform should sort of steer away from being played at hardcore events and should sort of focus on being its own thing?
Freeform has always gone hand in hand with hardcore. I grew up on Billy Bunter, Ramos and Kevin Energy playing happy hardcore and then experimenting with German trance and then starting their own labels that was more freeform orientated, and playing in the middle of the night at Helter Skelter. Freeform will always be associated with happy hardcore and UK hardcore. It's always been a more euphoric style of hardcore with a more mature sound, but it's no way better or more deserving than any other style of hardcore. It's just a different style that each rave should have one or two sets of in the main arena, and that's what I'll keep pushing with my label and my DJing.
And on the subject of freeform and hardcore going hand in hand, we should probably talk about one of the recent album releases. We played Gamma's remix of Future Shot by Darwin and Obi, which was taken from it. Do you want to tell us about that?
So AB has just released Who's Got the Stamina, a brand new album on Stamina Records, double CD with 22 exclusive unmixed tracks. That's available at stamina-records.co.uk with brand new music from Gamma, Joey Riot, Kev Energy, AB, Douglas, the list goes on. In the summer, me, AB and Architect will be releasing a triple CD, 30 plus exclusive tracks on triple disc. So that'll be out, I'm not sure when, just later in the summer. And there's always more stuff in the pipeline as well.
Busy times. And Matt, you guys are firing on all cylinders with the TWR label now, very regularly.
Yeah,
releases.
well, I think it's almost turned into a running joke about certain artists in the scene have always taken too long to release music, whether it was down to the artists themselves or the record label. There's many different reasons why this may have happened. I've been totally guilty of it myself. The new ethos now is just get the music out there. Even if people don't really know the track yet, just get it out there, then it's there. They can buy it. They don't have to hear it in a mix and go, great. maybe in 2 years we're going to hear it. And yeah, it seems to have gone down really well so far. I just think there's so much great hardcore music that, we want to be part of, like what you guys are doing, just getting it out there, getting it to the people.
So thank you very much, guys, for dropping in and having a chat with us. Just to sort of wrap up, where can we catch you over the next couple of weeks, next couple of months? What's happening?
Well, I think next weekend I'm doing the Ideal Weekender, which is going to be a lot of fun. Got some big ones coming up. The HTID concept, really looking forward to. Ravers Reunited Zoo Party. And then I'm sort of off more like San Francisco, Canada kind of way again. I'll honestly list the dates, but I don't know. But I post them on my Instagram regularly, so you can follow me on Instagram at DJ Gammer. That's probably your best bet, to be honest, because if you follow me on Twitter, I'm constantly having a nervous breakdown. And no one fucking reads my Facebook anyway, so it's pointless. Instagram. Best one. Instagram.
And what about yourself, Ollie?
I'll be doing HTID on Saturday the 4th of April, playing brand new Freeform down in Bristol, and then later in the night playing classic Freeform at Ravers Reunited in Leicester. The week after is my night. This is Rebuild Music, Friday the 10th of April at Union in Vauxhall. Tickets are only £8, and that's Gamma, Mark Smith, CLSM, etc. 25th of April, Underdogs in Nottingham with Douglas and CLSM. 6th of June is Core Blimey and Crew. And later in the month, HDID and the Sun in Magaluf on the 20th, and then some other stuff later in the year, but that's under wraps at the minute.
And if people do want to keep in touch with you guys and keep up to date with what happens, I take it they can go on Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, facebook.com/DJ Gamma fans, Twitter and Instagram, I'm at DJ Gamma, SoundCloud's DJ Gamma, YouTube's DJ Gamma UK.
Sticking with that whole DJ Gamma vibe.
Trying to keep the DJ Gamma thing in there.
And obviously DJ Gamma on Instagram as well, which you covered. What about you, Ollie?
My Facebook is facebook.com/Ollie Thumpa. SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/rebuild_music. And my Twitter is Ollie_Thumpa. That's about it.
So thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Matt, for dropping in and chatting to us. We're going to go into Thumpa's guest mix now, representing Rebuild Music. Don't forget, this is Rebuild Music at Union in Vauxhall in London on April the 10th. You're tuned to the Hardcore Underground show. Let's let the guest mix roll. Thank you, chaps.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
This is the Hardcore Underground show.
This is the Hardcore Underground show. You're in tune with this month's guest, sounds of DJ Thumpa. Stay locked. Live and direct on Crafty Radio, you're in tune to the Hardcore Underground podcast, episode 11. We're in tune with this month's guest, DJ Thumpa.
What is the most pervasive force in the universe?
Gravity. The attraction of a body to another body. It's what makes the planets go around the sun.
What is the most pervasive force in the universe?
Gravity. The attraction of a body to another body. It's what makes the planets go around the sun.
I want you to break the chains of gravity.
I don't want to destroy it.
You aren't destroying it. You are setting it free.
This is the Hardcore Underground Show.
Right about now, you're in tune to this month's guest on the Hardcore Underground Show, DJ Thumpa, representing Rebuild Music in the background. All the track lists and information will be available when this becomes a podcast this week.
The attraction of a body to another body. That's what makes the planets go around the sun.
Live and direct on Crafty Radio tonight. This is the preview screening of Hardcore Underground Podcast episode 11. Right about now you're in tune with our guest this month, DJ Thumpa, representing Rebuild Music. Don't forget, get involved in the chat room. We're going to be in there till the end of the show. craftyradio.com. It's nice to be back. brand new freeform music. You're in tune with this month's guest mix. DJ Thumpa in the background on the Hardcore Underground show. So that is us for another month, the Hardcore Underground podcast. Don't forget iTunes if you want to subscribe, or the RSS feed. You can download it every month from soundcloud.com/Hardcore Underground as well. Thank you to Gammer and to Thumpa as well for dropping in.
And to John for sitting there and watching.
John sitting there and feeding us that seaweed stuff. Yeah, the less said about that, the better. It's at Fracus and at Nick Darwin if you want to follow us on Twitter, and it's facebook.com/Fracus and Darwin also. You can check out the Hardcore Underground store at hardcoreunderground.co.uk.
Well, hopefully we'll see you around at our gigs, but if not, we'll catch you next month.
We will indeed. It's Birmingham tonight and Leicester next week and Bristol the week after. So yeah, we'll see you very soon. This has been the HE podcast. See you later.
See ya.